This is the baptismal font. Why is it called the baptismal font, you might ask? Its main purpose is for baptizing. Doesn't make any difference the age or anything. It's normally it would be filled with water, but because of COVID it is not. What do you normally use water for? Well, think about it. You use water to wash with, so we're washing away the sins with the water. We use it to bathe in. We're bathing ourselves and making ourselves presentable to God. We use water to drink. So if we're having water poured on us, we're drinking God's Spirit through our pores, through our body. You normally see people bless themselves in the water. Why do they do that? You got to say hello to God when you come to visit. You also are being reminded of your baptism. You're trying to remember it. So God is embracing you with the water, and you're saying hello with the water. This is the second part of the baptismal font, because you wouldn't, if you were a grown-up, you wouldn't want to try to fit a grown-up's head over that font. Usually, if you're bigger, they will baptize you by pouring water from over here. But the gates have a special symbolism. The gates represent what Moses did. He brought the Israelites out of slavery of Egypt into the promised land. And that's what the gates, and it also reminds us that we have slavery with sin too. We get the slavery of sin, and if we wash away the sins, we go to the promised land of heaven. There's a shell here to remind us about when Jesus was baptized in the Jordan by St. John the Baptist. That's the other symbolism you'll find. And I didn't say that this water is special because it is blessed. The priest blesses it, but the real person who's blessing it is the Holy Spirit. So this water, the only thing special, the thing that is special about it, has been blessed by God. It is regular water. If you drank it, it would taste like water. If you felt it, it would feel like water. But it has been blessed. That's why if you ever had to dispose of it, you would put in a special sink, which if you go in the sacristy, you will see that we dispose it of. It has to go straight into the ground. This is called the ambry. It's the cabinet we put the sacred oils in. These oils are used for sacraments. The first oil we're going to talk about is the oil of catechumens. It's the first one that is used. It's to strengthen you on your journey to learning about God. It is put on the baby's neck right here if you happen to be a baby. If you're an adult, they put it on the forehead and the hands and the feet to show that you're going to use your hands and your feet and your mind and heart to follow God. That's the meaning of it. The catechumens receive it receive it several weeks before they are before their official baptism. It's to initiating their being claimed by God. It comes from the ancient times when they would do a king. If you were chosen to be a king, they would anoint you with oil. And that's why we do it. This is claiming you for God. It is called the oil of the catechumens. This is the sacred chrism. It is used several times. It's used for baptisms, it's used for confirmation, and it's used for holy orders. Holy orders is when a man becomes a priest or a deacon. It's used in baptism after the baby has had the water poured on them, or the grown-up has had the water poured on them. It's to seal you for God. It's called the sacred chrism. It's the one oil that has a very distinctive smell. It smells really pretty. And so that's what this oil is used for. And they put it right on the top of the head for the baby. And if you had one deacon we used to have, actually used to style the baby's hair with it. This is called the oil of the sick. The I stands for infirmed. That's another word for being sick. It doesn't mean that you got the sniffles. You would have it if you were having a big operation or you were very, very sick, and the priest would come and he would put it on you to strengthen you to be able to deal with being sick. It doesn't cure you. It's not a curing oil, nothing magical. If your leg is broken, it'll still be broken tomorrow, even if you're anointed with it. But it's to make it so you know that God is with you and He's praying for you to get better or to be able to deal with it. So that's the third oil. All these oils are changed once a year. They are changed at a special mass. The oil, as I said with the water, the same thing. It has to be disposed up in the ground because it is blessed. This is the baptismal candle. It's also called the paschal candle, which is the Latin word for lamb. We use this candle during the whole Easter season. Easter season is 50 days. It lasts from the Easter Vigil all the way to Pentecost. Pentecost means 50. So it's 50 days. We also use it for baptism, communion, confirmation, and funerals. So this candle is used a lot. We get a new one every year. The candle also has an Alpha and Omega, which is the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet, because God is the beginning and the end for us. There are 5 points on the cross in the center. The 5 points on the cross are to represent the sword that pierced Jesus' side and the 4 nails that went through his body.